morning everyone. I am Dr. Abhishek Nandi. I am a pediatric orthopedic surgeon in Bhagirathi Hospitals, New Town. So what is pediatric orthopedics and how a pediatric bone different from an adult? A pediatric bone is a dynamic in nature. That means it has got immense growth potential. The growing nature of this bone makes it totally different from adult. The periosteum, which is the covering of the bone, is thick in a pediatric child. So a fracture has got an immense potential of remodeling. Now a remodeling is a process where a fracture has got a potential of union by itself, and if there is a deformity, it will correct by itself. So this property of remodeling makes a pediatric bone fracture different from an adult. This is a 4-year-old girl who came to us with a both bone forearm fracture, and we had done a plastering. You can see the deformity. In adult age group, this kind of fracture requires surgery, but in child, it nicely united and remodeled. This is one more fracture, which is known as supracondylar humerus fracture. This is the most common fracture which develops in pediatric age group. The point to be noted here is the echinosis, which is present in the anterior aspect of the elbow. This is a grave site. If this is present, you have to immediately rush to the hospital. This is how we have fixed it. If a supracondylar humerus fracture is not fixed properly, it can lead to secondary deformity later in life. So you can see this is a cubitus varus deformity where the forearm has deviated medially. Forearm, apart from the upper limb, lower limb fractures are also quite common in children. This is a femur fracture which is developed in a 14-year-old child, and we have to fix it with a plate. In child less than 3 or 4 years of age, a femur fracture seldom requires fixation and will unite with plastering. Coming to the deformities, we have divided the deformities into two parts. One is congenital, one is developmental. These are the developmental deformity. The most common deformity in foot is known as clubfoot, which is also known as CTEV. So this is a child which is showing CTEV of both feet. We have corrected it, and that is the foot abduction brace which is provided for maintenance of correction. Another common deformity are the genu varum or bow leg. In this child we can see both the legs are bowed inward. If we see the physiological growth pattern of the leg up to age 1 year, if the leg will be bent inwards, that is, it will be a varum. At age 1 year to 1.5 years, it corrects and it will be a straight. From 1 year to 3 to 4 years, there will be excessive valgus, that is, outside bending of the leg. And after 4 years, there will be, till the age of 9 years, the valgus will decrease and it will become normal valgus till age of 9 to 10 years. So, an excessive valgus, that is inward bend of the leg, requires evaluation after 2 years of age. So this is a genu valgum where the knees or knock knee, where the leg is deviated outside. We have used the advanced technique known as growth modulation, you can see, and both the legs are straight. If it is a severe deformity, it usually corrects by just growth modulation. We require cutting of bone, which is known as osteotomy. This is another condition where both the hips are totally dislocated. We tell it as a developmental dysplasia of hips. So these are the conditions which are seen and treated by pediatric orthopedic surgeon, which requires special expertise and training. So my question is, why to choose for general when there is availability of super speciality? We here in Bhagirathi Neotia Hospitals in New Town provide this super speciality treatment in pediatric orthopedics and pediatric bone tumor. Thank you.